The following is from the book entitled Wild at Heart by John Eldredge, starting on page 7, the last paragraph. Really now, do I overstate my case? Walk into most churches in America, have a look around, and ask yourself this question: what is a Christian man? Don't listen to what is said. Look at what you find there. There is no doubt about it. You'd have to admit a Christian man is bored. At a recent church retreat, I was talking with a guy in his 50s, listening, really, about his own journey as a man. I've pretty much tried for the last 20 years to be a good man as the church defines it. Intrigued, I asked him to say what he thought that was. He paused for a long moment. Dutiful, he said, and separated from his heart. A perfect description, I thought. Sadly, right on the mark. As Robert Blythe laments in Iron John, some women want a passive man if they want a man at all. The church wants a tame man. They are called priests. The university wants a domesticated man. They are called tenure-track people. The corporation wants a sanitized, hairless, shallow man. It all comes together as a sort of westward expansion against the masculine soul. And thus the heart of a man is driven into the high country, into remote places, like a wounded animal looking for cover. Women know this, and lament that they have no access to their men's heart. Men know it too, but are often unable to explain why their heart is missing. They know their heart is on the run, but they often do not know where to pick up the trail. The church wags its head and wonders why it can't get more men to sign up for its programs. The answer is simply this: we have not invited a man to know and live from his deep heart. An invitation. But God made the masculine heart, set it within every man, and thereby offers him an invitation. Come and live out what I meant you to be. Permit me to bypass the entire nature versus nurture. Is gender really built in? Debate with one simple observation. Man and women are made in the image of God, as men, or as women. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. Genesis 1:27. Now we know God doesn't have a body, so the uniqueness can't be physical. Gender simply must be at the level of the soul, in the deep and everlasting places within us. God doesn't make generic people. He makes something very distinct, a man or a woman. In other words, there is a masculine heart and a feminine heart, which in their own ways reflect or portray to the world God's heart. God meant something when he meant man, and if we are to ever find ourselves, we must find that. What has he said in the masculine heart? Instead of asking what you think you ought to do to become a better man, or woman for my female readers, I want to ask, what makes you come alive? What stirs your heart? The journey we face now is into a land foreign to most of us. We must head into a country that has no clear trail. The charter for exploration takes us into our own hearts, into our deepest desires. As the playwright Christopher Fry says, life is a hypocrite if I can't live the way it moves me. There are 3 desires I find written so deeply into my heart, I know now I can no longer disregard them without losing my soul. They are core to who and what I am and yearn to be. I gaze into boyhood. I search the pages of literature. I listen carefully to many, many men, and I am convinced these desires are universal, a clue into masculinity itself. They may be misplaced, forgotten, or misdirected, but in the heart of every man is a desperate desire for a battle to fight, an adventure to live, and a beauty to rescue. I want you to think of the films men love, the things they do with their free time, and especially the aspirations of little boys, and see if I am not right on this.